Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm officially back on this podcast, my own personal podcast. You know what I'm saying? This is not Sneakerhead Gang, and this is not Field Days. This is my own podcast. Now, what was it like getting in trouble at school? Now, basically getting in trouble at school, getting into very huge trouble, it's not a good feeling. Most kids get sent to ISS, get out of school suspension. But when you're in a black household, getting in trouble at school was not acceptable at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would have to hear it from your parents as soon as you got home. Now, this story takes place back during my sixth grade year. Yes, my sixth grade year. Never before told story of my sixth grade year, how I got in trouble at school. Now, you know me, I was a social butterfly back in the sixth grade. You know what I'm saying? And how I became TDXP back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It's been 10 years since I was first named TDXP. I named myself TDXP because that's the YouTube name and the stage name that I wanted to give myself, my alias, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, this alias is not going to last much longer heading into next year because I'm looking to retire that name. But anyways, back to the video. Now, me at 12 years old, I was stubborn. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to stay behind. I didn't want to be late because, you know, the reason why is because I am not a patient person. I'm not a patient person because I got stuff to do. But, you know, sixth grade year, you know, say the first few months, you know, like from August to October, you're trying to get used to being in a different school, away from elementary school, in a different setting. You know what I'm saying? It's not like elementary school at all. You know what I'm saying? This is the real deal before the actual real deal, before high school. So, now, I had a few bumps and slips here and there, you know what I'm saying? I cried once in middle school in front of a teacher, and that ain't acceptable anymore. That wasn't acceptable back in middle school, especially in the sixth grade. You better toughen that shit out. But I'm gonna fast forward to October, right? Now, me and my teacher were bumping heads, okay? She was constantly on me, and for rightfully so, because I was too distracted and wasn't doing my work, and basically I was falling behind. You know what I'm saying? Special education is not easy, okay? But I was in normal classes with the help aid of my teacher. That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those strict teachers that nobody actually liked, but I actually respected this strict teacher because she would always keep me in check. Shout out to you. Love you very much. But there was a few times where I rolled my eyes. You know, basically, this is the same stuff I did at home. Kids, do not do it, or you get the shit slapped out of you. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it was wrong for me to roll my eyes in front of the teacher because I wanted to go out and do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go out to the lunch table. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to lunch early, so I'm gonna have to wait in a long ass line because by the time you get to the back of the line, then lunch will be over. You know what I'm saying? Lunch would be over. Okay? And lunch weren't that good anyways. You know what I'm saying? Looking back at it. But there was one day where shit hit the fan, where I rolled my eyes at my teacher again, and I had to go back to the classroom and basically had to put my stuff away. And then, of course, I heard my other teacher said, "We're going to call mom." And I wasn't thinking of it at first because, you know, my heart wasn't pounding as it should have been, because I get through the rest of the day, I come home, and that's where shit popped off because I got my tablet and my Nintendo DS taken, okay? I got to take it for like 2 days because of that. Getting in trouble at school, this is like the only time I got in trouble in that magnitude back in middle school. The other few times getting into trouble, nothing of it. They never really emailed your parents anymore. You know what I'm saying? They never email your parents. It's like basically that stays at school. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's going on at school stays in school. But there was another serious time that I got in trouble at school, and it was a year later too. I was a ladies' man back in the day, and basically I caught up to this one girl, and I was hugging her, and I was like, doing nothing, trying to stroke her face like basically other guys do. And I think I took it too far, and then of course her friend yanked her from me, and then she went to the office or went to a staff member, and then of course had another talk. You know what I'm saying? It was much serious. Thought nothing of it. I was very, very mad, but at the same time, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'll take accountability for that. But I didn't even get an email home at that point, but until a day later, and I got scolded before we went to the mall. And I was mad in the cars on the car ride. I wasn't very too happy, but I had to buff that shit out, toughen it out. And at that time, I didn't lose my phone at all. And here we are moving on to the 10th grade was the last big time I got in trouble. You guys obviously know the story. Me and this girl were Valentines for one day, hugged her. Basically, she ran to the guidance counselor. And then, of course, I had to sit in the back room and basically told me about what happened and what was the report. Of course, I ended up being very mad. And, of course, I had to let off some steam and clear my head. See her again in the classroom I was visiting. She wasn't crying at all. And I was very confused and angry at the same time. Then I would get into another talk, and this is where they would rarely email your mom. Okay, you email your parents, excuse me. And I had to write in that soft-ass apology letter. And, of course, I had to get on the bus to go home, and I had to deactivate my Instagram first off. And then I got scolded, right? And I'd rather get scolded than get my phone taken and get an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? Because us black kids, we ain't got it easy like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a military confinement. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's my story of getting into trouble at school. And I wouldn't recommend getting into the situations that I've ever gotten in. But it's best to be safe out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Much love. Happy New Year. More videos coming. Peace.
Excuse me. you sure doing a lot of giggling in here for somebody who about to repeat the 8th grade. I can't even take pictures of you tomorrow. Cause what I'm telling everybody, my baby almost a freshman. I understand you excited and all that it's your first day, but this better be your last first day of this grade. Why you got your clothes laid out over there like you ready to flex and stun on somebody? All your friends that you gonna wanna flex on gonna be in a different building. The definition of a layout is to be like, ooh, I'm about to do it to them tomorrow. But instead of high schoolers, you're gonna be doing it the middle schoolers, and that just don't hit the same. I ain't always mad cause now I ain't gotta give you no extra money for lunch. I ain't gotta get you no new books. And I ain't gotta wake up early as hell when you miss the bus. But you go ahead and turn that TV off for me and go ahead and lay down and get ready for tomorrow. Cause since you didn't move up, so get in your bed.